covered, right? We've got a more central line, and hey, we said turn up the action, and Crazy Snake trying to do that.
Yeah, definitely some action here. It looked like Crazy Snake at the top of our leaderboard was maybe gonna get wiped here early, but instead they do the wiping, and they don't even lose a player. Barely don't lose a player. 2 players down in 1 low, but Bayer comes out on top. And they've been calling it out. Look, they're basically already matched the total kills they got in the other stage they competed in. I mean, we're talking slaying early in this competition because maybe they watched yesterday and they know what it takes at this point. Now, Valve, into the gulag we go immediately after getting wiped by the Bayer squad, and right now, no bullets connecting for either player, but there's a couple. Little hip fire. How about some more? And a nice win, taking out another Italian team there with Kong, Gabs, all falling.
Well, let's go ahead and keep a lookout, and Zeke kind of coming on back. FIFA kill winning that gulag, and seems like Lennon will as well. But for Jukies, you love to see that. A full regain from this squad. Actually, maybe Lennon does lose the gulag, and the pistol kill was just something of a contest early off rip. Jukies and FIFA will now be tasked with a regain yet again.
Yeah, look, if there's any team that can get absolutely obliterated early like this and have to fully restabilize, basically just re-drop back into the map, no safety net, no resources, pistols only, and then find their way to the end game, it's certainly that team. But that is a brutal start. We'll have to tune into them on the next drop and see who's contesting them off drop, and apparently winning off drop, at least this time around. But quick look at the map view. We are headed north this time. Usually this is Popov or Popov related, but could be anywhere in this northern circle, as we see several of our teams already there. And then team 2, that Vortex Blade squad, currently in 4th place, way down there on the south side of farms, all by themselves. That's that purple 2. We're going to watch out for that team. They were top slayers up until the final hour of the first map.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of our teams still working their way towards that north, and FIFA and Juki's using it as an opportunity to go out to outpost directly for their regain. Maybe that was all part of their strategy, to go to the gulag, grab some eliminations, and hit a free rotate. But for Rancid, Monzo, Spyro, time is of the essence here in Lowtown, because when the majority of the teams start to kind of work their way up towards the north, then you're gonna get all caught up in central Urzikstan here. But I love that we're breaking out heartbeat sensors. We're kind of using what you find out on the ground, and that makes some of the best players just even better.
Yeah, and this team, again, an underdog story. Didn't think they had a spot in the LCQs, and then got offered as roster splintered. So we'll see what they can do. When you have basically nothing to lose, I think hopping in a vehicle and flying at a team is the right idea. Unfortunately, they are flying away from this team because early shots means they are in trouble. This vehicle likely low. We're going to swing around and see where they go from here as we take a quick aerial cam of the Great Escape, as it were. So they drive on their merry way to village, but back to some more action. Liam, hey, it's Aaron. Made a little bit of some waves in the first map. Not a bad showing. Would like to duplicate that and maybe expand on it, but unfortunately they're getting flanked by 1. They should get a trade here, but we're still plating. We can't put bullets down. What's going on? We can't find anybody. This is a slippery snake, and it's not Crazy Snake on the other side. Finally falling. Being Zesty, getting Zesty. Liam in trouble, but can he make the play? No. Zesty finishes it off with a bit of spice.
What in the world was that? All I know is we are in hot pursuit, trying to break Kangles and all that stuff through the building. Now Walker in the gulag up against Sniper Pigna, and you can see already taking those early shots out. Sniper Pigna starts hopping about, goes prone, hits the drop shot, and can't keep it together against Walker. Let's see if Aaron's able to do the same and get another win.
Yeah, need a big win here. Got to get back without using cash. Unfortunately, low in health. Gonna try to push the equation to win it, and does so. Talk about an ego chow. We take those. 50% health, no plates? Come on, Aaron. Show out on main stage. I am so here for this.
More ice in the veins, more ego chows. We're gonna need it all, but we're about to get into that next circle to see where it pops, and will our over rotates toward the north pay off for our squads? We got someone standing by that wants to chat a lot about those rotations, so let's get in here. Enigma, I'm ready to hear it.
First crack in the code of the evening. Thank you very much, Tiff, for the throw. And I'm going to transition into our map view here so we can see exactly what is going on. And we have ourselves a circle that is heading slightly north, slightly northwest on your screens. Now, what this means, especially for teams that are landing down around city or down around suburbs, you've got a lot of waterways in which you're going to have to cross. These are very dangerous crossings. And what you've got is people, for example, like Jukies and Co., who have decided to avoid their landing down by high rise and instead play around pop-off power. This is going to avoid a crossing that they would have had to make through water, even potentially around here as we're looking towards where this final zone may end up.
Good call out, Enigma. I like the breakdown, and you're right. Juki's FIFA on the regain said, we're going all the way to Papa. We're not taking any chances. And apparently, it's paying off. They got a couple kills in the kill feed. But in the meantime, we've had utter chaos ensue on main stage as teams on the outskirts of zone work their way in. And Tiff, got a quick update. Squad 25 fully eliminated out of that lobby. Guess who that is? That's Bayer, Crazy Snake, Dummy. Not going Dummy in map 2. Top of the leaderboard in the first one. Second map, one of the first teams out.
See, and that's why you've got to put down really consistent games, right? Because you're like, okay, will my first map of the day that was 30 points give me the momentum that I need in a 5-game series? Well, it doesn't always work out that way. We saw just what happened in NA LCQs yesterday. It wasn't enough. So keep on moving forward, just like the squad on your roster. Pack, Soar,
Yikes.
R7, kind of getting cut down here. Can we see some crazy shots come out? And Zach down, and where we go, and got the full just like that from the train cards. Would love.
Yeah, watch out for Aydan. Again, top seed coming into today, just barely missed out on global finals through our EMEA finals, and is gonna have to play back and get the res because of R7. So saves the day a bit. Again, that Paxor team that was down and out, R7 last alive, that's another team that fell very early in the very first map, which means they have little to no points on the leaderboard. And well, we all know what that means. You really only have an opportunity to drop maybe one map. You drop 2 or 3, I can't imagine you make it. Maybe an absolute banger gets you right back into the mix. We saw that a bit yesterday, but more slaying happening off screen as we watch, again, Solitude. This team got a decent map, not a great one, still playing edge of zone. They want the kills. They want to make this big rotation all the way from Opera. It's a big one, though. One of the largest on the map currently, and they have a long way to go with a lot of teams in the way. Reminder, this zone, like Enigma was talking about, is likely pulling up towards Popov, and so they have to make this huge wrap and over the water or bridge. So we'll see what they decide to do. Likely going to kind of sneak through the water here and come up from behind Pink Turtle up ahead of them, who apparently have spotted them out.
It's true, right? They had that 8-point game in map number 1, which is not necessarily bad, and it's not really good either. It's just kind of that middle of the pack game that you'd like to seek to improve on, which puts them in about 16th place coming into this game. And they're gonna have to cross 2 bodies of water if they carry on that trajectory towards the north. And we talked about that Old Town area, which is going to get kind of dicey. So I'm nervous for our squads like Toyor, Palooka, Gonstachi. We're still on that outer ring of gas trying to hit that rotate. All Peters and Splowik have to do is kind of set up shop, turn around, and grab some eliminations. You can see they just get that buyback now, and Splowik is already anchoring down for the push forward.
Yeah, it's a 2v3 for a moment as their third comes flying in. They gotta make a play. They gotta get a knock for any chance in this fight. Palooka, yes, being held, but they have player advantage, so they push. Gons goes down. That is gonna be a trade out. Unfortunately, it's gonna be Pete by himself. They have no chance. Their floater's still in the air. Loom said, well, information not gonna be helpful when you guys are dead, so I am gonna fly deeper into cargo and deeper into the zone. Question is, will he find a safe space? Probably not with 37 teams alive, but back to the Germans in the gulag, in trouble. Rafix last alive for his team. This is make or break here. Tiffin map number 2 gets the early shots. A little bit of weird timing, but does clean up the kill. Rafix still alive, but barely breathing. My goodness.
My COD timing doesn't work like that. I don't know. Anytime I would stop shooting, even for like a 0.05 second kind of matter, I would have got dumpstered on. But I love that we kind of pull that together and keep on centering up over pop-off power. It's very similar to the zones that we witnessed just yesterday. Now, we had one that pulled up kind of towards the open spacings in Industrial, and then we have the one that did pull back towards the coastline on the east of pop-off power. For the majority of our teams that have been there early, we've got about 3 teams in Industrial, and you got Ghoul still over in Kotovo blocks, trying to fit an LTV through a thin area. And honestly, this might be like the way I drive.
Yeah, look,
fair.
I'm sorry, Ghoul, that we had to watch that on main stream, but we get to watch your amazing shots. Look at this, breaks both, snaps onto his opponents, grabs 2 breaks of plates. They're gonna think better of that push. It does look like he will try again on the vehicle as we take a quick look here on our replay to see, wow, Jesus Jr. last alive for his team, and I think is gonna go, oh, he clutches up by zipping out. He goes down there, they're out of this lobby as well. Would have opened up the door for a lot of other teams as we watch Cool continue to struggle with this LTV.
I think we stay here. No, I think we go back. I'm just enjoying it at this point. Nah, for Toyor, who continuously had rotated out of that south cargo area, now through Outpost. This is how you play the edge of circle. You just kind of force the positioning on these teams where they have no space, and then you just break them down. You can see that outer wrap comes through, but unfortunately, Toyor goes down. Tachi here on the screen trying to play angles around the rock. Rips Preto down, but he's getting flanked. Can we clutch up Ghost? Another one.
How about one? How about two? Making a third. Palooka coming in with the trade. Where is he? No, somebody self-revived from behind. Prado saves the day in the final hour with a self-revive and 1 iota of health. This is what we talk about resource management, Tiff. Sometimes self-revives could be the difference maker in your team being fully eliminated. I think they lose that if that self-revive does not come off. That was wild. We love to see it. Resource management always king. Sure, cash, but use that cash to your advantages. Get everything you need to win your ones. Maybe your threes. I don't know. Everything in between.
Win your ones, get your fulls, figure it out. We'll get it. But for now, we just got to keep on working out of the Kotoba blocks area. When you've already got someone set up for the most stellar gatekeep that I've seen, I'm talking Clapper. Team number 9 on that mini map. You can see they're just kind of skirting out in the open areas, which could be dangerous, especially when Infernal's out here going for live pings for days to allow Ghoul, who has finally left the LTV, thank God, focused on the gunny, gets that knock on to Clapper, and now we're hitting a push of the century.
Somebody hit their good mornings. My goodness. That was a wild shot. Able to take down one. A couple C4s from distance. Not quite a frisbee, more like a shot put, but does not connect. Gonna continue to swing outer edges of zone. Now they're gonna get held here, so I think going snipe makes a lot of sense. You could open up a little window. They might wrap all the way up. We see this often, Tiff, where you wrap all the way on the outer edges of the map, all the way onto the out of bounds line, a little oob action, and could make a play in here. There's just not a ton of cover, so it's gonna be a smoke and run situation. Gonna take a while. So back to the action we go, and well, a quick team wipe there. As you see Scion fully eliminated, down to 29 teams on the map. We saw some teams rotating out of military base, some of the teams coming in from south, some of the teams coming in from Kotovo, but it is all pop-off power all day. And as we take a look at some of our last remaining gulags, Tiff, it seems like that Vortex, that Blaze Squad, they're following the 4 Ps of SSD. Power, position, pop-off, power. All right, it is maybe 2 of those words are both power, but look at them. Purple 2, dead center, pop-off, power, ready and waiting for this final zone.
That's a lot of P's.
That's right.
I mean, I was getting lost, and I really never know what you're gonna hit me with when it comes to acronyms, but I just let you go off. Your acronyms are my kind of anime, so we'll go with it.
Sure, yeah. I love that. Well, I'm trying to think of some more. The 4 Ps, pop-up, power, power, position. I'm gonna keep saying that, a little tongue twister for the lads at home, but it looks like outer edges of zone. Another P. Pink Turtle in a bit of trouble as we head to Ripper here in the Gulag. Could win. Barrel stuff? No. That was tough timing as Pink Turtle does come out on top of that one.
Don't ever doubt the Pink Turtle. Don't ever doubt it. Ooh, patience. Skinner, though, has to peek at some point in time, and honestly, if he does, you want to see it. Here comes the push, and Scion, who just could not react to the timing that Skinner brought to the Gulag. Well, back to Urzik stand we go, and we get this nice setup shot here looking to the north of that industrial area towards the west, right? Abwiz and Master 5K down to a duo, missing out on Jama, but we're going to look for angles, but Abwiz looks to have gotten a bit caught on that, I'm not gonna lie. Still able to make it out with a pixel of HP left. Now the push comes through. 900 damage, 1 elimination. Would love to see more if we can make it happen, especially here. But you don't want to get caught into a fight knowing how many squads are around here. That Clapper roster is still looking to get as many eliminations from this area, but Ghoul effectively suppressing the momentum there from Rocket.
Yeah, man, I think a lot of folks would love to see more from this Abwiz roster. You know, an interesting player. Wiz, a little bit controversial, had some tough times, a really tough time in the finals and in some of the other stages of the competition. Swaps out Jama, could be a difference maker, a little bit of an X factor. Jama, a very talented player. The team just seems to lack chemistry, and adding in Jama apparently hasn't made difference, not yet. We'll see if it could here in the latter half of the tournament, but you're in deep into map 2 as our fourth circle rather closes, and we see new. Yeah, you're going to have to go through this Italian trio up on top who are shooting straight. And right now they continue to have to rotate to zone. As we see the new zone, it is all the way to the north. I mean, literally about as far north as you could possibly go on this map, at least dead center of north. We've got one team centrally located. No more power position for that Blade Vortex team. It is team 13 in that lavender. That's the squad to watch out for. That's Caspian. Haven't seen Prince Caspian in a little while, but did play power position in a couple other stages leading up to this one.
Look, I know production usually gives us times on listen-ins, but eventually I want to hear how some of these squads on the most outer areas who have one of the darkest rotations to the north are going to have to fight for it. Because you think of Lennon Juki's FIFA kill, right? Juki's on 5. Let's jump in and listen. Thank you so much, production.
Listen to Len.
Yeah, we got up there or what? Yo, look at this, look,
No, look at this kid, look at that kid. Oh, we got more.
I got mods.
Yeah, we got more. I'm gonna chill inside for a bit. I don't want to get fucking screwed up.
Yeah, same.
Oh, we can look through this door though.
Yep.
Yeah, they're working the bunker side. They're working bunker side.
The fighting there. We need to check it out.
Yeah. As soon as that
Yeah.
I'm going Franks.
Kids in here too. Yo, look. Kids crossing on the left, please. Yo,
Yeah, left ear feet as well.
Yo,
Is it easy picks or not? Easy picks or not?
No.
Nah, it's harder.
Yeah, we just hold these kids on the left. I'm gonna make sure the kids on the right don't push us.
Yeah, I like that. Crossing now.
I don't think it's possible, you know, unless I go gas. Was it?
Nah, we can't. I won't go gas leader. Just come back.
No. Come back. We have no buys. We got one. We got
We're
gonna get help.
Yo, please, understand with me.
No, we need to forget about him. We need to roll.
One bullet.
He's already pushed up.
I'm rolling.
They're in the building to our left. On your left.
Close to me.
Oh, people inside here, bro.
We can get in the truck. Come.
Yeah, we should. Get in the truck. Try to play placement if you can, boys.
I'm dead, man.
You gotta sleep. You need to check in placement, that's all you need to do. We got kills.
I splashed is in that truck, Case, so lowly.
Great comms, Tiff, from the team. Unfortunate position, though, because of this extremely difficult pull all the way up to the out-of-bounds line, consistently having to battle through team after team after team to get to position. And right now, it is all in the back of Juki's. Now, they are the top-ranking team right now, or they were just a moment ago. This team on your screen has taken that position. This team on 14 kills. Juki's was on 12 as a team. That team is one to watch out for. They've got to play for placement. Next multiplier is top 10. That's 1.6. Both of these teams need that multiplier bad.
And Juki's kind of skating away right now. Might be a squad wipe soon. You can see Hollow right there picks him up. But you're right. This squad is on a banger. They're looking for a rotate through the east. We're getting those trophy systems down and some smokes for cover. C4, because we really have to watch the roster on your screen towards the left. That's Spyro, EU, Rancid, Monzo. So they will be one of the biggest threats because of this pull to the north. I'd be really curious, because even if you extend on out and try to play from kind of the rocks and trees area, and it goes even further, Ghost. What is this?
We are so deep into the woods. I mean, we're trying to move to a different map. It looks like the game's telling us that the new zone's going to be in Verdansk or something. I mean, this thing is way up there on the out-of-bounds line. We're going to see some out-of-bounds plays, I can only imagine, but the team on your screen slaying out right now. They need top 5, and they need it now. Nice take from Blade. Great trades. Vortex is on 10 by himself. Talk about a barn burner. The boys are cooking right now. Out and deep into zone, they get the top 5. They get the 1.8x. They're making the move into zone, but look how difficult this rotation is going to be. They get a portable buy on the right-hand side. They get Rob back, going to have a floater in the air for some info. No one wants to take this wrap except for Vortex. The probably is going to be cut off in transition. Team 10 holding, and this wide open smoke and run maybe, but this is going to be so brutal because you can't even go further north than this. This is the out-of-bounds line. You can play up on top of these rocks for a moment, but it'll show you as out of bounds. Watch out for that as they try to make some flanks, and they do cut down Skinner. It's all in the back of Pink Turtle for Team 10 to stay alive. They've got the 1.8x. There's the team wipe with a full team of 3. Tiff, this is Blade's game to lose. Wow.
It really is. And now that we've hit this early rotation, there's not a lot of cover out here. Bagel is tanking here with a PDS from the high ground, which is giving them all these angles onto that Robstar roster. And they are just using everything that they can to bide their time. When you've got two squads still in the gas, delaying that rotation into zone, but it keeps on pulling out towards the east. What the heck is going on?
I watch a lot of Warzone. I'm not sure I've seen this moving zone. Maybe I have and I forgot about it, but a ridiculous pull and frankly a god pull for this Vortex team. They got a little bit of a flank here, but Vortex shooting straight, looking for his 11. Takes down Zach, has the zone. All three still technically alive. There's the push. Hollow just wants the points. He does get one all the way down. We'll see if he gets valued the points. No. How about a res? Deep in zone. Benzi's gonna get second. This Bagel team doing everything they can, but right now it's just free kills for Robstar, free kills for Vortex and Blade. They dominated this map. A massive victory, somewhere around 42 points here in map number 2. They were fourth going into this one. They're going to be at the top of the leaderboard after this one. Brutal way to finish it for a lot of our squads here, Tiff. But this team is on top. There's no question about it.
Gosh, this squad, their average score per game prior to this in World Series of Warzone is sitting around that 11.57 mark. Now, let's kind of move back into the last stand because at this point, this squad had to have at least had